The price of Bitcoin did take a major hit throughout Sunday and Monday. Very strong move to the downside to revisit below $76,500 low from the 11th of March. Now, why didn't we just continue to the downside? Why didn't we capitulate? There's massive fear. Why didn't it continue down? We're getting this relief rally now. Now I'm going to explain how the price is likely going to be ranging with a few bouncers, maybe coming down, or basically just in this area for the next coming days without going lower successfully. Well, the main reason why is because this bounce did hit the golden pocket from the lower highs of the previous weekend. When we take a look at Fibonacci retracement from this high to this low right over here, golden pocket was hit. Now, what does this mean? That this invalidates a wave 4. If you take a look at the highest pivot from last week at 88K, well, this invalidates the potential of an impulsive move down, meaning that what you have here is a 3-wave structure, possibly right there, or maybe all of this is a 3-wave structure right over here. Basically, we are looking for the price to range, to cool off, and for the next coming days, we just likely not going to go down and break below 74,500 to go to 70K or 65K. So what I want to explain here, what are the different scenarios that we are looking at with high probability? Well, the most bearish case scenario is this continuation of the WXY, right? We formed the triangle, we broke the support of the triangle. Could we revisit the scene of the crime, the higher low support trend line, which is sitting above $82,000? Very much a possibility. Now, if this is the end of the E wave with this triangle that we mentioned throughout the last few days, we have A, B, C, D, E, and basically the triangle in the E wave right there. And we have started the breakdown from here. Well, inside of this Y move, what you want to see is a 3-wave move down and a zigzag. You probably are just starting off here with the impulsive move down, where you're going to form a 5-wave move down, a zigzag, another 5-wave move down throughout the next coming weeks, right? And it's going to get pretty aggressive. Now, with this bounce, the most important level of resistance is going to be talked about, but I want to talk about the other scenarios which are slightly bullish on the short term. Regardless, we are looking for a little bit more of a bounce to hit stronger levels of resistance for the rejection. Now, if we are looking at this WXY, we're looking either for this to be impulsive and start moving down in the next coming days, right after the major relief rally, or we're basically looking for a larger zigzag move down to get below $70,000. Now, the other scenarios possible is a contracting move that has finished. The main reason why I don't like this scenario is because it's not too symmetrical. You can see your wave 1 is extremely long compared to your next waves here. Your wave 3, as you can see, is much shorter than your wave 1. Your wave 5 is similar than your wave 3 here. It's not the highest probability, but it's a valid count. Maybe the low is in and the price starts ripping here and breaks above the invalidation, which is $88,000, right? There's a long way for that. So no main reason here to become extremely bullish just yet, okay? Now, if we take a look at the other scenario, which looks more attractive, a little bit more symmetrical here, is your contracting diagonal wave 1, wave 2. You have your wave 3, much larger throughout the last 30, 40 days, right from the last week of February, the formation here. Then we're just going to zigzag move up here on your wave 4, and in the next coming weeks, eventually move down for your wave 5. This is a very attractive scenario. Regardless of what scenario does happen, the most important level of resistance is sitting at $83,000, right? The most important close resistance that we do have is the value area of this range. You can see the point of control is sitting at $83,200 approximately. This would be an interesting zone without a doubt. If we do take a look at Fibonacci from the highs of last week at 88,500 to the pivot low of yesterday, we can see where the golden pocket sits. It's sitting at the highest volume node of the last 40 days price action. Golden pocket. This would be absolutely beautiful to be hit in the next coming days. Now, We've moved down in a very three-wave structure here, or this being a three-wave structure. Now, what we want to see is a kind of a three-wave move to the upside, whether the higher low is going to be formed right now and we start pushing up between today and tomorrow, possibly forming a three-waver. This is the zone of rejection, 83 to 83.5K. This is where the price could possibly find that resistance and start rejecting from. It is important to reject, to see the sign of weakness, to possibly take that short trade. This is my next big level of resistance on the higher time frame that I would be looking at. Of course, if the price breaks through that level and maintains above the level, it could really flip it as support and we just continue to the upside. Very much a possibility as well. Now, let's talk about what if the price does roll back down from this zone, right? Well, going to the lower time frames, what we need to understand is that the market moves in 3 waves or in 5 waves. This does look very one-wavy still, okay? It does look very one-wavy. So if we were to roll down from here, for example, I would be expecting a higher low and another wave up to get to that $83,000. So a higher low is very much possible. What I want to see with the movement down is consistent bullish CVD divergence. I want to see lower lows on the CVD, which we are already getting on Bybit, but not on the rest of exchanges here in the blue. But so it would be nice to get massive lower lows also on the rest of exchanges if the price were to roll down. Now, the main level of support that I'm interested in is the pivot low that we do have from the 11th of March. This is kind of a back test level as an SFP, right? You SFP from the level, swing failure pattern, and then you come back down and you back test it for a higher low. This is also with the golden pocket from the pivot low of yesterday to the pivot high. So around about the $76,800 region, I would be very interested for the price to find support, right? Form bullish CVD divergence, you're hitting the golden pocket, you having this pivot low as the back test, and we're looking for either a 3-wave structure or a 5-wave structure. So a higher low in this region looks very attractive, just understanding that the possibility here for an impulse in a wave 4 has been invalidated. Maybe this 3-wave structure has already finished. So those are the 2 main levels that I'm looking at here between today and tomorrow, guys. The $76,800 range. And also, if we do start moving up here, $83,000 is the point of control of the last 30 days and the golden pocket. So this range could really provide that resistance for the rollover and get down at least to the session VWAP or the local level of a resistance support flip to take some profits. A nice move of a few $1,000s. Remember, if you are interested in trading, weeks only requires an email and a password. There is a 50% deposit bonus. It is very easy to claim. You just need to make that deposit, transfer your funds to the futures account, and in 48 to 72 hours, you'll be getting that 50% airdrop. It's a maximum of $1,000. So if you deposit $2,000, you're getting $1,000 extra to your account for your trading. You also get a 25% fee reduction, and that is using the second link down below, guys. Take advantage. Weeks is an awesome platform to trade Bitcoin and other cryptos. Thank you very much for joining this update, and I'll see you in the next one.